their staff. I really disagreed with the way they treated their customers. And we have a saying in Australia, don't get bitter, get better. If you see something out there that you don't like, go and change it yourself. And I put together a business plan for what I thought would be the best digital marketing agency in the UK. I took it to 4 banks for a £25,000 loan, but because I'm not from this country, they wouldn't give me a loan. They wouldn't even open an account for me. So I said to my friend, I'm going to move back to Australia because this country sucks. And he said, hey, bro, why don't you try out for The Apprentice? I said, what's The Apprentice? He said, it's a TV show where an old man yells at you. I said, cool, well, let's give it a go. So Sugar, forget about Lord Sugar, the name. Having a mentor that is a multi-billionaire is invaluable. If I had the option when I was 23, when I won the show, 23, 24, if I was a young kid who was stupid, if you showed me 2 doors and said you can have one door which is £250,000 and one door which is a billionaire mentor, I would have taken the money. Right now, I don't need money anymore, very fortunately. I would always pick the mentoring because a good mentor can teach you how to make more money than you can count. Once you approach, and I'm very lucky to be asked to come onto calls like this and give back to people, because I was a young kid walking around the high street with my Oyster card trying to door knock to sell digital advertising deals, and no one would give me a meeting. Lord Sugar gave me an opportunity, and I went from having, I think it was like £173 in my bank account to a millionaire within 2 years because someone gave me a chance. And if I could help someone else do that, that would be pretty special.
Yeah, just incredible. I don't think I need to say it, but I think everyone's just super pumped for this call. What a start, Mark. What a story, and inspiring for all of us. I just know that we're all going to come away from this absolutely from the foundation. So the beginning, what is it in your eyes? What does it take to truly succeed? What is the package that someone really needs to start with, regardless of money, regardless of having a foot in the door from whoever? What do they need to have? What do they hold that they need to be finding in themselves to start?
Well, the first thing is a lot of entrepreneurs or people who want to be successful. And by the way, when I say people who want to be successful, we all think on this call that everyone is like us and wants to be successful. That is not true. For a minute, I made the biggest mistake of thinking everyone wanted to be like me, wanted to be rich, wanted to be successful. We are a small bunch. We are a 1% that will get on a call on a Friday afternoon and miss margaritas to learn about business from somebody successful. So first of all, we're in a small bunch. The next is to be successful instantly. And that is the biggest killer of entrepreneurs. They're trying to move through things so quickly and they're putting so much pressure on themselves that it's just like unbearable, because you're like, oh my God, I'm not successful. My business isn't flying. I'm not making money. Constant pressure, and you're constantly looking for all these different things. The first thing you need to do is allow yourself to free, and it's okay to be kind of broke and not be successful, because when you're looking too hard for an opportunity, you won't find it. When you take that pressure off yourself and relax, that opportunity will present itself and you'll feel it in your gut. And when you get that feeling, boy, you've got to want to buy from experts. Before you can become super successful at anything, you have to become an expert in it. How do you become an expert in it? Experience. You get experience, you become an expert, people buy from you. The way you can maximize people buying from you is becoming a key person of influence. Once you've got the experience, you want to become known for being the key player in that sector.
Don't put a time limit on your goals or your journey to success. It is a journey. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have big setbacks. The sooner you can sort of eliminate these time frames, you don't put this underlining pressure on yourself all the time to compete with what we see in social media. I think there is a lot of pressure from social media that we need to do this by tomorrow because someone else has already done it, and we need to do it in our early 20s instead of enjoying it.
These people you go onto Instagram and they've got Lambos and Gucci slides on, and these fucking people have no money. They have no money and they got their Gucci slides on. They probably live in a fucking dump. And you can't believe that.
I had this I need to do it now attitude that I dived into a couple of ventures and they worked short term, but ultimately the result was I ended up losing money and it didn't work because it was a lesson. It wasn't a mistake because I haven't done it again. However, I had this, I wanted to jump now without really knowing, and it wasn't really a passion of mine. It was just, I have this drive. I don't know where to put it. I've been given an opportunity. Do you know what? It's going to go here because I need to do something now. And in it, I ended up.
Success is so easy to replicate. It's literally just a recipe, like baking a cake. If I want to bake a cake today, which I would never do because I can't cook, but if I'd print the recipe out of my printer, I'd go and buy the ingredients. I would literally go step 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would have the same cake that was on the recipe just by following the steps. Success is absolutely no different, but you've got to be careful who gives you the goals. The biggest thing that you can do in your life, and if I had to give you only one thing that I've done in my life that's helped me become successful, it's writing down goals. And you can believe it or not, or do it or not, I don't care. But it has changed my life. It has absolutely changed my life. From the first year to the second year I wrote down goals, I tripled my income in their net worth, pull the accounts for their company. I only want to learn from people who have got more money than me. Because if you're going to tell me about business and your business is smaller than mine, you're actually going to poison my shit with your what you're saying. So don't tell me how to be successful. You can physically call on the phone and give them real life problems that are specific to you. For me, a mentor is something very intimate. It's very personal and bespoke to me, how I am as a person, and to my business. A mentor has to understand who you are and how you operate and what your business actually does.
Because, we are writing down goals and it does make a huge difference. And I just want to relate to the fact
what I don't understand is, people ask me all the time, what have you learned from Lord Sugar? You've been mentored by Grant Cardone, Lord Sugar, all of these people. And then I tell them the two things that if I had to pick only two would be writing goals and listening to audiobooks.
I really enjoy self-education, but I don't know if we can see it there, but my audio, 23 days, 25 hours and 25 minutes. And, all those books, yes, you're paying a membership fee, but just on the back of that, Mark, the amount that I've learned and what was in a conversation that I had recently was where I'll work with certain high net worths is that although I'm still very much chasing where they are in their life and their journey and their success, I'm able to still gain clients because of the knowledge that I've gained through all the learning, reading and listening. So I'm able to engage in those conversations in order to bring in the clients that
with people that have tattoos, there is only so long before you're going to have a tattoo. If you hang around, like your man that's running this talk, he's covered. And so are probably his friends, right? If you get
not
around...
too many.
And I'm not saying there's a problem with tattoos, but I'm just saying birds of a feather flock together. If you hang around with losers, you'll become...
Last moment, you're going to quit. It happens. And like you said, I can relate to, smaller things happening, but that gut feeling, when that, I think probably everyone will have that when this is the one. And if it doesn't happen, it didn't happen for a reason. When you get across those first hurdles and it is successful, do you find that business can improve quite quickly from referrals and testimonials that this is he said what he can do, it's been done, and business can pick up pretty quick?
Yeah, I think the first year of any business is nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible. So 75% of businesses fail in year one, and it's like 92% by year 10. It is staggering how many startups fail in that first startup phase. The manager on the first day, who here earns the most? So when I started at this big digital marketing agency in London, they had 500 employees. And I said to the manager, who here earns the most each month? Who has the biggest pay packet? They said, oh, that geezer up there. I said, right, fucking my desk is next to him. And I set my desk up next to this guy. So I could learn how this guy's making the big commissions. How many calls is he doing? Who is he getting the leads from? Which leads is he getting? Because like, I've always had this same mind print. Success leaves clues. Whoever's being successful is just pumping out a blueprint, and all we need to get access to is that blueprint.